I'm back, or maybe I'm just getting started. Clicking that record button was hard, and thousand things are going on in my mind right now. Maybe I'm too zoomed in. Maybe lighting is not good. Thousand other insecure thoughts, and someone is playing a song in the background. I don't know if I can cut that off using AI enhance. Um, but yeah, it is what it is. Here I am. So this video, I don't need I don't need anyone to watch this video because I'm making this for myself, for the future me, future G. My name is Jee Dax, and I run a business which is post-production agency for podcasters. So what we do is we take recordings of podcasts. So all they have to do is produce the podcast, meaning record the interview and hand over the files to us, and we take over and do everything else, from editing long form videos, doing trailers, adding intros and outros, adding inserts for ad promos and brand deals, create timestamps and write descriptions, add show notes, and take that full length podcast and edit short form, clip short form and edit the short form for social media. And finally, take good moments, 1 or 2 moments, which is not like 1 to 2 minutes, which usually lasts 10 to 15 minutes, and then we take that part and then re-upload it to the same channel under a different title, because from the comment section, from the analytics, we understand which parts people really loved, and we can squeeze the juice out of that episode by picking the best moment and then re-uploading it, and repurposing it, re-uploading it with a new thumbnail, with a good title that gives people the opportunity to consume the same content that they enjoyed again. So for this entire thing, and we also do thumbnails, so this entire package, we charge a certain amount of money, and I'm niching down on this one industry. I'm gonna serve podcasters, and this is what I'm gonna do. Maybe I have this big insecurity, right? Like, maybe I don't speak English that well because I'm not a native English speaker. If you haven't, already found that, I was born and brought up in India. I've been speaking one language frequently, which is Tamil. Telugu is my mother tongue. I can understand it. I cannot read and write it. As a second language, my parents, at least my dad, I grew up with my dad, not my mom, and then, I saw my mom for the first time when I was 8th grade. Until then, my dad's family pretty much, didn't allow me to even, visit my mom. So they were that cruel, and they kind of twisted my worldview in making me think that my mom is the bad person. I don't want to get too personal about my life, so pretty much I was raised by my dad up until I was 14 years old, 13 years old. So during that time, why did I even say this? Yeah, language. So I've been only speaking one language, which is Tamil, not even Telugu, which is my mother tongue. Learning English has been extremely challenging for me. It was not easy. And even though my medium of instruction in school was English, I used to read and write in English, but I was never able to speak in English, which is a real thing. If you are learning a second language, you know the difficulties of not having that exposure or the real-time opportunity to speak in that target language. So that's what I faced too. And after graduating college, which means university, I have a bachelor's degree in engineering, and I specialized in mechanical engineering. I don't know shit about mechanical engineering. I'm not an engineer. I wouldn't claim myself as, see myself as an engineer, because I just memorized certain theorems, memorized certain concepts, and I just, vomited it in an examination, and I got marks. Yeah, I was pretty good at memorizing shit. So the idea, by this time you might have, you might have some idea of who I am, or some my life. So English is a big challenge for me. I'm learning English while I'm building my business, while I'm learning a lot of stuff that I want to learn. So this channel, this video, even I don't expect anyone to be watching this seriously, but if you are watching this, I want to give you something to take away from this video, which is, when you're starting something, there will be huge pain and resistance because of your own judgment towards yourself. The reason for that is because you've had so much judgment. You have judged other people so much, or you've seen other people judge other people, and you've created this worldview that if you did something, you will be judged, and that cripples you. You never want to, put yourself out there where you might be publicly humiliated. And I feel that viscerally every day, and that's what prevented me from making content. And my English, some might think I speak alright, but I know my gaps, I know my deficiencies in speaking. I freeze, I lose my train of thought sometimes. Probably these are negative thought patterns, self-deprecating thoughts that I contain, that I carry with myself. However, these serve me well sometimes because it points me in the right direction. Sometimes you gotta use your inferiority to your advantage. So that's what I do. I'm very critical of my mistakes, and that's why I've been able to improve so much, at least with this language thing. But I have so many things to improve, and I'm just getting started. And this video is like a pledge, that I'm making to myself, a promise, an eternal promise that I would be myself from this point onwards. I will be authentic, because previously I was scripting the shit out of my videos and I would freeze. You can't script any video and try to stick to it perfectly, because it takes too much preparation. Too much. If you, let's say, even all the words that I said now, even the things that I said just naturally right now in the past 5 to 10 minutes maybe, in the past 10 minutes, whatever I said, I could not repeat them exactly the way I said them. Even if I tried, I would make blunders, errors. I would stumble upon my own words. Even though they were my own words, I would still stumble. It's because it's really hard to contain yourself. It's really hard. Let's imagine this. You're walking naturally, and then if somebody stopped you and said, okay, you're gonna go back 100 meters back and then start again. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna trace each and every step you took. We're gonna draw the shape of your feet, how you placed it, which angle and everything. And you gotta exactly walk. You gotta take each and every step exactly like you took before, as we have traced for you. You would find it really hard to trace your own walking style, to trace your own walking rhythm, because it's traced, because it's constricting, it's restricting. You cannot probably fathom to walk in your own path exactly like you walked before. And I know I'm not going anywhere with this. However, the point I was trying to make is that whenever I sit down to record, if I have a script, it cripples me, it stops me, it kind of restricts my flow of speech. And I double check, I triple check, I second guess myself, and I end up becoming frustrated. I never allowed myself to be myself, if you know what I mean. Because the writing you is entirely different from the speaking you. The version of you who speaks is completely different from the version of you who writes. That's what I was, trying to convey. So from now onwards, I'm gonna create a lot of videos about business, about whatever thing that I'm learning, the way I see the world. Because right now, if you try to learn anything, you cannot escape this information overload. Everything is complicated right now. Everything seems out of reach. And with this AI thing, you don't feel the point of learning anything. You don't understand, you don't recognize any value with learning anything, because AI is gonna take over your job, your skills. Doesn't matter what you learn, it's gonna end up replacing you. Then why bother, right? That's the kind of attitude that we have, or at least that's the climate of thinking, the emotional climate that we are in right now in this world. So I don't want to fall into that. I wanna learn certain things. My primary my craft is video editing, and video editing is also linked to graphic design. Because if you want to do motion graphics, you have to know graphic design at a fundamental level, where you can actually teach that to a 5-year-old or a 10-year-old with such ease. Because if you cannot explain something simply and clearly, then it means you never understood it in the first place. So this video, my hair is messy, I have a lot of insecurities, I'm not trying to hide anything. Even this video will not be edited a bit. Everything would go unedited. I'm gonna put every mistake of mine in this video. Maybe in the future videos I might edit to make it, to not waste your time. But this video, I'm gonna take the liberty of just ranting and just freely speaking my mind without engineering this clip. If you resonate with that, drop a comment. It would mean a lot to me if you dropped a comment and just said, okay, if it inspired you to make content. You see, my heart is just getting heavy. I'm getting anxious. This is what I want to overcome. I want to overcome this feeling, this terrorizing emotion that stays here, that doesn't allow me to speak, openly and be myself. So if it resonated with you, just leave a comment. It would mean the world to me. If not, no pressure. I don't want to force you or do anything. It would be cringe to do that. Yeah, if you feel like speaking to me, please do. And in my videos, I'm gonna maintain this relationship with you personally. I'm not gonna speak to you like I'm speaking to 1 million people or 10 million people. Oh, yo guys, yo world, what's up? I'm not gonna be like that, man. It's just it doesn't feel natural. It doesn't feel like me. So whenever I'm talking, I'm gonna pretend this camera to be literally you. I'm gonna have a personal conversation with you every time I upload the video. So if you're going through a hard time in your life, if you're struggling with certain things, if it feels impossible for you to achieve your dreams, and if you feel like every one of your peers are raising their standards, rising to the next level, and you're staying stuck, and you have plateaued despite all the efforts. Maybe you procrastinate a lot, which I do too. Take this as a sign. Just from this video, take this as a sign and grow with me. I'm not trying to preach you anything. Okay, I'm just going to share my worldview, and I'm going to document everything that I know and that I will learn and explore in the future. But I want to invite you to come on a journey with me and grow. Take this video as a sign to start messy. Just pick up your phone, put it somewhere, put it horizontally, and just speak. And no matter how fucked up your accent is, maybe you're from a different country who doesn't speak English, maybe you are from the US, you know how to speak English, however, you don't know what to speak. Even then, just speak what you want to do with your YouTube channel. Whatever plans you have, the grand plan that you have thought for yourself, share it. 50 years from now, 100 years from now, this video, it's gonna survive. And it's gonna reach your kids, your grandkids, great grandkids. And think of it. What if you had your great grandfather's clips of him talking and acknowledging you, who he hasn't even seen you at the time of recording, but he's addressing you, he's acknowledging you, he's thinking about you. How special would you feel? How special would your great grandkids would feel when looking at this clip? That's where our great grandpa started. And he has accumulated all his wisdom, and he has taught us how to live. I'm gonna follow this footpath of my great grandfather. Imagine how special that would be. And for that reason, I'm gonna upload this, and I'm gonna start being myself, and I'm gonna be brutally forgiving. I mean, delusionally forgiving of myself if I make any mistake. If one of the insecurities that I have per se would be losing hair. My hairline is receding, maybe my hair is thinning. I fear going bald. I don't know about this. I don't know why, but when you have this transition of you haven't gone completely bald, but you're losing hair, and you're terrified that you wouldn't find the love of your life, or maybe you will not be respected or loved, you will not be favored. All this emotional turbulence occurs when you lose a fucking few strands. I don't know why that happens, but it happens. I want to break that prejudice or this conditioning of you must have hair to look handsome. Bullshit. You don't need hair to look handsome. Go to the gym, figure out your fitness, get healthy, get wise, read more books, become more articulate, and become intelligent. Intelligence is the most sexiest thing a man can do or a woman can do. Raise your intelligence level. Your looks will fucking go. Just wait 10 years and nobody will care who you are. Even though you have the perfect hair, nobody fucking cares. Nobody fucking cares. What value are you bringing to this world? Are you useful to this world? That's what people care. And people love you for who you are, not for your fucking hair. Not for those few fucking strands. Or how dark your hair is. Oh, I don't want my hair to go gray. Fuck off. Be strong. That's what I want to be. I want to pass this message to my kids, to my grandkids. Because I've had these insecurities for so long that it stopped me. It just fucking put a big barrier in front of me and then said, oh, you're not allowed, mate. Just stay there. Just stay in your own lane. Don't dream big. Don't expect good things to happen to you because you don't have this, and this. Complete bullshit. Everything's made up. And someone planted those thoughts in here, and I didn't stand guard to protect my brain, protect my mind. So this video is kind of a fuck you to all those negative thoughts, and this video marks the beginning of a new life, a new mind, a new reality. With that being said, I will see you on the next video, and cheers to making more mistakes and experimenting with your fucked up self, and be delusionally self-forgiving. Even now, I made a pause. I didn't know what to say next, but it's okay. You just have to be brutally self-forgiving and just be so bold and audacious to put this clip out there with all these flaws. Maybe someone is watching this video and thinks, fuck, nothing is wrong with this guy. He looks handsome. The quality is good. He's really articulate. You might be thinking that about me, which I'm really grateful for. But this is not the place I want to settle. I'm extremely critical, as I said before, of myself. So yeah, thanks to those who think that, and kudos to those who acknowledge my mistakes, who can see my mistakes, who can get inspired by my mistakes from this video, as a sign that you have to start your own journey, and I invite you to do that with me right now from this video. It's like, it's a new watch. I think it's February 9th, 2026. It's 6:37 p.m. So at the time of recording this is an invite for you to grow with me, document everything with me. I'm going to share a lot of things with you. I'm going to educate you, teach you a lot of stuff. So strap on. I will keep posting videos. Please do comment and subscribe if you like my way of seeing things and speaking. If it doesn't resonate with you, maybe in future it will. I'll wait. I'll wait to earn your subscribe. Until then, be awesome, be authentic, be yourself, and don't be afraid of yourself. That's it. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.